absolute process and a half. We went to India in like 2018 and we did a bunch of sessions. We wrote with a sarangi player, a Shehnai player, and a Bansuri flute player. We went to Mumbai and worked with a kids choir. Just one of my favorite sounds on earth. It's just so moving to me. We recorded with Evan Gia, had them sing a bunch of different parts, and then we chopped and resampled them to make a bunch of crazy textures. Fast forward a few years and Will put me onto this music shop in Brooklyn. So we bought a bunch of shakers and flutes and just kind of like played them poorly, but then crafted them on the computer and layered them to make something completely new. This pack is a culmination of like 5 years of travel and sound collection.
A core part of our sound is absorbing everything this world has to offer musically, and just always been a beautiful thing that inspires everything we do. When we get a chance to get out there and record some of it and put our own interpretation on it, it's like nothing's more fulfilling to us. The way we keep our sound consistent across genres is we don't really worry about it. We couldn't really help it if we tried. It just happens like that. We'll be writing multiple genres in one day, in 1 hour.
So even though we're doing different genres, it's still through our filter.
We wouldn't have as much fun if we had to make the same thing.
I know, it gets a bit dull, you know? Especially when we're doing it as obsessively as we are. Making a good kick and snare is actually like quite an art. It sounds like just a and it's over, but you know, the transient to the middle part to the tail, like within that there is so much that you can kind of express and do. So like zooming in that far and just spending like months learning how to make the speaker bump right in that shape was an absolute process and a half.
Everything has a different way it interacts with physics and acoustics in the world. So recreating that with synthesis can be time consuming, but we learned so much about this, and especially with like sharing sounds with you guys, we want to give you guys the best stuff we're capable of.
This pack has a bunch of song starters. So if you're a singer who's just like, oh, like I just need better beds, this pack is going to be really useful for you, and you'll be able to find a ton of chords and beds that should inspire a bunch of songwriting. And then there's also the like main stage, fat, trap, bass, doinks and womps and everything. But there's definitely some samples that have some extra heat. That's one of my favorite parts about producing music is like you have this empty canvas, 20 to 20,000 hertz. You can fill it with anything and there's no right answer. But somehow it is so potent in conveying emotion. Like you can feel it in your body and your like kind of memories. So it's just a beautiful thing, and we've really enjoyed spending the last 10 years obsessively learning how to craft it, and zooming into this level probably wouldn't have happened without the sample pack. I'm Sean.
I'm Will.
And together we go by Member. The Go-To pack is out now on Splice. We really hope you guys enjoy it.